Hey guys, how's it going? I hope everyone is doing okay whenever you tune in and see this. So, this is going to be a general reading for both Aquarius and for Pisces. Everyone is of where you may have Aquarius or Pisces in your individual birth chart. This is going to be a bones and charms reading for each sign, and I will be putting in timestamps later after the live is done for some people who just want Aquarius or who just want Pisces. But we're going to start with Aquarius first. I would just want to go ahead and make sure our sound is okay, and all that good stuff before we get into it. Okay, so sound looks good. I double check here. Turn the music down very low. And one more thing, we're just gonna make sure that the Facebook is set to public, even though all my posts should be public, it sometimes doesn't change it. So just doing that really quickly. Okay, so I believe it's public now. Of course, my internet's just taking its sweet time, so give me 1 second, guys. Let's see. Okay, yes. All right. So we've got some incense going already, just so I was clearing the energy from previous readings. And we're also going to do a quick little sound bell to clear the energy as well. And then we'll go ahead and get started and see what is happening for Aquarius for October 2024. All the readings that I do are timeless, so whenever you see this reading, there may be a message in here for you. If not, never force a reading. Always feel free to check out your sun, moon, and rising for kind of like a full picture, because one of those other signs may resonate more with you during different points in your life. All right. So let's go ahead here, guys, and do a quick sound bell for Aquarius. So if you're sensitive to sound, you can turn it down for a little bit if it gets too loud for you, but it's not going to be for very long. All right. So here we go for Aquarius for October 2024. All right. So let's just kind of put this over to the side for now. And when I shuffle, I mean shake the bones and charms here, they're going to make a little bit of noise as well. So just turn it down if it gets too loud for you, but it's what I have to do before we get started. Excuse me. All right, so thank you guys as always for being here, for your energy, and all that good stuff, whether you've been here before or you're coming back, or that's the same thing, or if it's your first time, everybody welcome. All right, so spirits, guide my hands, please. Energy messages for Aquarius, air sign Aquarius, for October. Spirit, guide my hands, messages for air sign Aquarius, for their highest good, messages for Aquarius, for their highest good, for October. Spirit, guide my hands, messages for Aquarius, for October. Got a little stuck there. Alright, let's do a little bit more, shall we? Alright, thank you, spirits, guide my hands, messages for air sign Aquarius, for their highest good, messages for October, messages for Aquarius, for their highest good for October. Spirits, guide my hand, please, messages for Aquarius, Air sign Aquarius for October for their highest good. What do they need to see? Messages for Aquarius for their highest good, their highest vibration. Aquarius. Spirit, guide my hand. Messages for Aquarius. Messages for Aquarius for their highest good for October. Spirit, guide my hand. Messages for Aquarius for their highest good for October. Spirit, guide my hand. Messages for Aquarius for October for their highest good. Spirit, guide my hand. Messages for Aquarius for October for their highest good. Spirit, guide my hand. Messages for Aquarius for October for their highest good. Spirit, guide my hand. Messages for Aquarius for October. Messages for Aquarius for October for their highest good. Spirit, what do they need to see for their highest vibration for October? Aquarius for October. Aquarius for October. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for Aquarius. All right. Let's put this over here. Oh, stay. Okay. I'm just going to move over some of the crystals there. We're pretty close. For the people that are new, I will be taking down the camera in a few moments so you can see everything more up close in detail. Right now, I'm just kind of flipping over some of the bones and charms, excuse me, that I can, that won't affect the other ones, because I do also take a picture for all the signs, and then I post it on my Facebook under the reading later. Yeah, there's a lot under there, but I'm not gonna mess with it until we get to that point. I just don't want to mess up the order or flow of the way that the bones and charms have come out. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it like that. We'll take a quick picture and then we will get started. Okay. I was just adjusting the skull. One of the skulls that I have, when it's upright, you can't see it sometimes. Okay. All right, awesome. So for the people that are new or haven't been here in a while, we do have these different sections, and I like to use a mat because it's really visual for people. Okay, but we have the spiritual unconscious section, we have the work and money section, we have relationships and love, all types of relationships, and then we have the work and money. All right, so let me go ahead and grab the camera and show you guys a better angle for all the little bones and charms here. But it looks like here, Aquarius, so far the majority of your bones and charms for October have fallen into the relationships and love and the work and money section here, these two sections. Okay, so you still have a few things going on in the other ones, but when this happens, this is what Spirit wants you to focus more on, these areas. Okay, and then we have a few things that have fallen, outside of the black mat, which is totally normal and okay. So that just means that's past energy back there. So we'll go over that, of course. But yeah, actually, I forgot to figure out where Spirit wants me to start the reading. So let me just do that 1 second here with one of my hands. Okay, Spirits. Messages for Aquarius. Where would you like me to start this reading, Spirits? Messages for Aquarius. Where would you like me to start this reading, please? It's like kind of right here. All right, so we will do that. Okay, so let me just turn down the music a little bit. Background noise, right? So it looks like here, Aquarius, they want us to start in the work and money section. Okay, so when you come to this reading, it could be about you, it could be about someone you're dealing with, multiple people, general environment, situation. Again, take it how it may resonate for you, since it is a general reading meant for multiple people. Okay, but they kind of wanted to start right here where the scissors are. Okay, and so this can be talking about here, oops, that moved just a little bit, Aquarius, that there needs to be something cut away in terms of mental health, okay? Because if we move the spider over, just so you can see, that's where it says mental, and on the other side underneath the lucky rabbit's foot, it'll say body, right? So it's body and mental health section that we're in here. And all the little sections have those dotted lines that kind of like separate what's between the two, or between the four, sorry. All right. So yeah, there seems like there needs to be something maybe cut away here for someone's mental health, because this cutting away or this clearing away of energy here, Aquarius, it does support being more proactive with that here, with one of the raccoon penis bones here, that masculine energy. But what's really beautiful that's right next to it, it's not touching any of these per se, but very close, is you have the butterfly here, then you have Pegasus, the winged horse, and then you have the wish charm. So when you or someone else, or the energy here, Aquarius, starts to cut away anything in terms of mental health that is not for, our highest good, right? This is going to support some kind of, body, mind, spirit transformation. Okay, so health transformation here, and bring some type of, freedom to have what your or what someone else's goals are in terms of their overall health. Okay, so definitely, again, a lot of stuff that is in these two sections this time, and a lot is actually like right on the line, between both of them, relationships and love, and body and mental health. Okay, so I'm trying to just figure out here, like, we'll go ahead and start in the past and then come back to where they wanted us to go from, and then kind of go forward, because sometimes I feel like it makes more sense to go over the past stuff too real quickly. Okay, so we have on this side, Aquarius, you got your buckeye right next to your nutmeg. Okay, and then we have one of the animal claws in the background as well. So that's kind of showing us that maybe in the past here, somebody's health was feeling very abundant in the past in certain ways, and there was a lot of thinking about, or chewing over, digesting how to listen to your spirit guides, your ancestors, your angels, right here with the angel coin. Okay, and then we have the human teeth bone here, we have a coyote penis back here, and then we have the listening seashell here, which is feminine energy. So it could be that in the past here, Aquarius, you or someone else, or the energy was more open, or thinking a lot about, again, to how to let those like higher vibrational messages come through, and maybe how to like put that together with that more masculine energy. So how can I be more healthy in my mind and my body, right? So this is kind of the catalyst, okay, for what we see here in the current, present, future energies on the black mat. All right, now if we go over a little bit here too, Aquarius, this is kind of where the dotted line is, but you can't see it because all the stuff on it. Okay, so if we go further so you can see it more clearly with the camera, we have my symbol for Pegasus here, the twin fish, and we have the corn, and then we have the letter envelope, letter message document. Okay, we also have, you know, half of the yes coin here. We have, you know, a little bit of some of the question mark and a little bit of the cat's eye here as well. Okay, so in terms of somebody's health here in the past, there could have been, you know, something that you weren't seeing clearly or someone else wasn't seeing clearly. This led to a lot of questions with the cat's eye and the question mark. It could have been very emotional, and it also could have had something to do with possibly, you know, a teacher, a mentor, a guide. Since we're talking about health, right? It could be a doctor or a specialist or a trainer or whatever it is. Okay, but it's like maybe this person or this energy, if it's not a person, was trying to help you or someone else, you know, get those answers, right? So if there's questions, try to figure out how to get the answers to those questions. I also see here with the Pisces symbol, if it's not something directly, you know, related to somebody who is a Pisces or during Pisces season, or you may have Pisces in your chart, it could also just be going with the flow here and planting seeds. Like this was started in the past, and then it leads to the future, current, present energies, where there could be some type of information that you give to someone or someone gives to you, or it comes in general from your angels, your spirit guides, ancestors, etc. It could be like at the beginning of this month or anytime throughout October, really. But I see, because it's so close and it is touching the yes, that possibly whatever this information is, it's more on the positive side. So that's, you know, how I would take that. Okay. Now I want to go down this way a little bit before we then go over. But if we pull like all the way back or just further out a little bit, you can see that your green lucky rabbit's foot here, Aquarius, is all in your body and mental health section this month. Okay, so that's really nice to see, right? So lots of extra good luck during this time. In particular, especially with body health, since it's kind of covering the word body there, if you can see that, okay? But I also see that there is, so interesting the way the sun is coming down right on my, right on the cloth there. It's like illuminating the yes, which looks really interesting. I'm not used to the sun doing that. If it keeps doing that, I can fix the lighting. But anyway, if we go this way, because this is where we're talking about here, Aquarius, your second raccoon penis bone, okay, part of it is in your spiritual unconscious, but then it comes up and the other half is in that body and mental health. And it almost looks like the curved part of the bone wants to come over come over here and scoop up, right, that beautiful energy of all this good luck. Okay, now I think that this good luck could be, you know, related to something again that you hear or someone else hears with the listening bells here. This could have something to do with a Leo or during Leo season, or you may have Leo in your chart, or it doesn't have anything to do with the zodiac, and it's just a lot of kind of fiery element, and is about that passion and the creativity and new ideas coming in here with the lightning bolts. Okay, so that's really cool to see. Now these new ideas could be about how to have better health within someone's body or with your body. Okay, I also see here that, you know, with this more proactive approach that maybe started in the past, remember we had the coyote penis bone over there too, about being more proactive with the health. Also balancing that maybe with the dog ankle bone here, some flexibility is as well, okay? Because yeah. And then you have your other raccoon penis bone here too. So it's like a lot of, you know, of that masculine energy coming in here. But if it gets too forceful, or if it gets too you know, aggressive in some ways. You can be too proactive sometimes, right? So there's like that little bit of flexibility that's coming in there as well. But I do see like someone here focusing a lot on the mental health and the body, right? Because remember, I have the mental word right here. And we started off the reading with needing to cut something away in terms of mental health that's maybe not for the best. So it could be the way that we're thinking about something, or just needing to, you know, remember that we're not just our body, we're our mind and our spirit, right? So I definitely see that energy here as well. Now, when we look at the spider web here, Aquarius, it's like something maybe in your environment or in someone else's environment here, in terms of like how that's being downloaded through like our air sign energy, right? So if depending on where you have Aquarius in your chart, that's air energy. Our mental health, our crown chakra is air energy. So it's kind of just maybe showing up here to be like a little aware that, like, you know, sometimes there can be too much um, thinking, even if it's good thinking, right? So it's going to be different for everybody, but I do see a lot of healing going on as well here with the lizard, and it almost looks like the lizard here is crawling towards the person's heart chakra. So there's a little figure here I'll show you that looks like it's meditating. Okay, on the mat, each section has their little drawing. Okay, so the lizard looks like it's coming over top of um, that kind of heart chakra energy there. So that's really beautiful too. So could also have something to do with like if there's like any physical ailments as well that aren't just energy wise but body wise. Like there's some beautiful healing coming in there. Now down here with this strawberry, Aquarius, there could be some details that you are thinking a lot about in terms of your health here too throughout the month, because it is touching that other human teeth bone here, and then that is touching my symbol for Capricorn, and then we have the bicycle, and then on the other side we have the alligator claw. So this is in the center circle. I just want to pull back and show you. So whatever is in the center can affect all the different areas throughout the month. So the first thing I would say is with the alligator claw, there's a lot of good luck in manifesting here showing up. There's a lot of, you know, hard work and energy, slow moving energy, and movement here with the symbol for Capricorn. So could be have something to do with Capricorn here, Aquarius. Someone's got a lot of Capricorn in their chart, or even Capricorn season, but it doesn't have to be. It could also just be like that resilient energy of the goat going up the mountain, and if they fall a little bit and they're okay, they're going to keep climbing up that mountain. They're going to keep traveling difficult pathways, right? So if there was any you know, body and mental health challenges or excuse me, things that someone wanted to work with, there's a lot of movement there, and it's showing just to go over the details too. Like, yes, have the bigger picture, but also maybe fine tooth comb some type of health details here in the body and the mental. This could also be saying here, Aquarius, that there is something to do with travel, or with like modes of transportation. So it could be a bicycle, a car, a scooter, etc., whatever. But I really feel like it's more of that metaphor for just a lot of movement showing up throughout the month, and maybe even beyond October, right? But really cool to see. Now, let's go back up this way as well and come in closer here, Aquarius. So we were talking about, like, right over here, we kind of just finished talking about the lizard and everything, but we also have the bat here. So there's lots of good luck showing up here in your health. We know that already, in your body and mental health with your lucky rabbit's foot. But I like where the bat fell, because there's these little like almost energy lines that go outwards from the person meditating. Okay, so it feels like when we yes, let me turn that down. That's why I told my wrong way. There we go. It's like when we talk about Bats, the echolocation, vibrations, right? They don't see with their eyes, so they communicate with sounds. So there could be something really emphasized here, Aquarius, during the month of October and beyond, where you're more aware of these more subtle vibrations here. And maybe that's also helping you cut away things that aren't healthy in terms of the mental health. Um, Now, if we go this way here, and I just want to flip it over, we have the frog, okay, which is also like right on the line. And then right next to it or on top of it was the ship anchor, okay? So there, it could be some type of leap of faith that's going to happen here. It could be about the body and mental health, but it could also be about relationships, all types of relationships, romantic, platonic, with friends and family, self love, all those things. But there's some type of like leap of faith, whether it's a person that's doing this or you or the energy. Um, it's it's about having more freedom, right? With the ship anchor there, having safety and freedom. So, I always say like you drop the anchor when you need to stop and when you're on a ship, and then you lift it when you need to go. So it's like about taking some type of leap of faith here, um, to have more safety and freedom within some type of relationship. Now, this good luck too, I wanted to go back here a little bit, and manifesting in terms of the alligator claw. Um, is not going to necessarily happen overnight, right? Because on top of it, we do have the rope charm. So this is something that's going to happen over time. I do really like to see underneath it, okay, we have the safety pin. And this is more going into the relationships and love area, but because it's on the line, it can also be applied to the body and mental health, okay? Now, if we go back over here to where the little frog was, where we just were, and the ship anchor and the bat and all that, we have here, I can see the skeleton hand, and on top of it is Cupid, okay? And they're all on the line as well. So the skeleton hand is one of my symbols for passed on loved ones, friends, family, ancestors, anything, that we can't necessarily see, but that energy, okay? And when we talk about Cupid here, this is people that you love and people that love you, right? So not just romantic, it can be romantic for sure, and it also can be friends and family and just your own love for yourself or someone's love for their self, right? But it's kind of like equally blessing this and putting extra love here. It's like love from people who are alive, and love from people who are past, or energy that we can't necessarily see with our normal eyes, okay? So I like that. It feels very supportive here for you, Aquarius. Now, here it's like kind of hard to see. I'll move each charm out in a second, but we have the symbol for feminine energy here, okay? And then we have the horseshoe and the ladybug, okay? We've got, and then we have also the turtle, and then we have the ship charm, okay? So there could be some type of feminine energy, someone who has a lot of feminine energy, regardless of gender, that is wanting to bring even more good luck here. Or it's an aspect of yourself, like that soft receiving energy, listening to things in the past, being open to those higher vibrations from your angels, spirit guides, etc. But there's a need to like really go slow here, Aquarius. Now, with it being next to the ship charm, it could also be like there's going to be more travel, let's say maybe in your relationships area. So maybe you're traveling with someone, or it could be saying something about being by water and how healing that is, right? To again, because it's on the line between body and mental health, help clear the mind and calm the body as well. Okay. Now again, going back this way to where the yes charm is also yes coin. I'm sorry, is also on the line here, and we kind of went over some of the stuff in the past, but I want to go more this way as well because this is more in the relationships and love area. Okay, so I'm kind of just gonna hold the camera here so it has like somewhat better lighting. Didn't realize that the sun was going to be laying right on this spot, but that's okay. So remember how we said we talked about the cat's eye a little bit here in the past, and maybe there was something that you weren't seeing in terms of some type of support here with your relationships, because over here it's kind of hard to see, but this is the snake vertebrae. Okay, if I move it over you can kind of see it a little bit better. So this represents our support system. So maybe in the past here someone wasn't seeing something about one of their support systems, okay, and there was a lot of questions about you know, is that the right support system? Friends, family, you know, work partnerships, romantic, all the things, right? So there were some questions here in the past, and it could have been very like emotional here with the cup as well. Now, these questions too could have also been, you know, trying to get the lighting right, but that's okay. Uh, this could have had something to do with like a teacher, a mentor, a guide here with the apple, or even your own or someone else's leadership qualities here. But remember, if you've seen me before, you know, where you see the skulls in a reading can tell you where someone's mind is at. So you have one skull here in the past in the relationships and love area. Your other one is right over here in spiritual and conscious that we'll talk about later. But it could be that in the past there was like, again, with this other seashell here, the conch shell, like a lot of feminine energy to soften something up here. And it could be that like, because these things are all kind of separate, right? You've got the leaf over here, then the fork, and then the puzzle piece. It could be that in the past, if somebody was questioning somebody's support, okay, if it was really there or not, or what they were doing with their support or not doing, whatever, it could be that there was a lot of clearing that needed to be done, and maybe even questioning like, well, what kind of relationships do I want? What kind of relationships am I feeding myself and others, right here with the fork? So this kind of softer feminine energy was maybe also, because you have the cup here and the emotions, like more open to these questions and thinking about these things, okay? I don't think anything's under here, but I'm going to check in a minute. I know there's a whole lot under this irresponsibility coin here, but I do see, if we go this way a little bit with the elephant here and the bumblebee Aquarius, that again, that was past energy because it went off the mat, the black mat. Here in the present current energies, there could be a lot of memories about like, well, what effort do I put into my relationships, and what does those relationships give back to me, and what does that mean in terms of like my individual power and my community power there with the honeybee, okay? So you or someone else, multiple people, general environment situation, could be thinking a lot about that. And so I also feel that, well, let me just move this over here first. And then the incense fell, but that's okay. Okay, hold on. Stay. All right. So underneath the yes coin, sorry guys, we have the dragonfly here and the key. Okay. So that's actually really cool, because if we look back in the past with the questions, right, it's not super far away. So when this energy comes in the current, future, present energies, it could be bringing some answers here for you, Aquarius, in terms of some of your relationships here. I don't necessarily like the irresponsibility coin there, but it, again, you know, it is what it is, and it doesn't necessarily have to be you or have to be forever. And it could just be something that is actually a catalyst for some change, for something better, right? So if we move that irresponsibility coin over again, what's underneath it, okay, is is well, there's a lot under there, but the first thing that I saw before I even moved it is the balance scales. Okay, so we have Libra showing up here. It could be something to do with a Libra, or it could be more about an equal give and take. And that's kind of what it feels like. So if there was any type of irresponsibility in one relationship or multiple relationships, um, with the broom under here as well, okay, touching the balance scales, it's like, how can we clear anything away that was a not equal give and take, right? So if it's not about an actual Libra, or during Libra season when I'm filming this, or someone who's got a lot of Libra in their chart, it could just be about like, well, where's the equal give and take? Where's the justice? So if there was some type of irresponsibility, how is that being corrected, and how do we now have some type of justice? If we go this way, though, we also have the freedom cuffs here, Aquarius, and then we have the fish here. So, striving for some type of freedom with this justice, with this equal give and take, and how it can help us, like, with our prosperity. Okay. So, excuse me, there's also a lot going on here, Aquarius, in terms of possibly something to do with the family. Okay, here with the seahorse. All right, so clearing something within the family. It can be, let me turn that down. It could be either with a parent or being a parent, right? It could be your blood family or your tribe. They don't necessarily have to be blood related. Whatever it is you consider family, or someone else considers family, there could be definitely a need to clear something here, and also within the home here with the chair. Okay, so it could be our physical home where we live, but it could also be, where do we feel at home within our relationships, our relationship with ourselves first, right? And then with others. So there's definitely like a need to clear something here. But then on the other side of this clearing, we also have the four-leaf clover, we've got good luck, we've got the money bags here in relationships and love. It's not necessarily in the work and money section. So here it would be just like over there with your buckeye and nutmeg and body and mental. It's whatever you want to manifest in these areas. It's abundance that's not necessarily financial, right? But it's something of value here, and good luck on the other side of all that clearing and finding some type of equal give and take and justice, either within the home or within the family, or getting rid of whatever that irresponsibility energy is. Okay. And on the other side, it's like definitely clearing something in the family, because you have the broom here on the top, or sorry, you have the broom on the bottom of the seahorse, and then on the top of the seahorse, you have the feather. So that's another symbol for clearing. So extra clearing, something within the family for sure. Clearing away challenges here, it's laying on top of the mountain charm. And then over here, we've got the crown. Okay, so clearing away possibly some type of challenges with an authority figure, or clearing away clearing away any challenges with our own like leadership qualities, or stepping up and taking on more responsibilities within the family or within the home, and how that also affects our relationships. Okay, so just something to think about. Now, as we go this way, right, we had good luck, we have abundance. Here we also have the sun. So lots of beautiful happiness here, Aquarius. I definitely like to see that. Now, this book charm here that's actually fallen on the heart shape that's on the mat could be some type of information that you get from your spiritual team, or someone gets from their spiritual team, because it's so close to the skeleton hand. Okay, but also it could come from a friend or a group of friends here with the witch, or just a friendly type of energy. Okay, or if this information is coming out from you to someone else, it's still like either way, supported by your spiritual team here in this friendly type of energy. Now, this information, I feel like Saturn the symbol for Saturn is here, came in here and was like, okay, there's a lot of emotions here with the water charm, and some of those emotions may have made the heart chakra stagnant. Okay, could have made some relationships a little bit stagnant in certain ways, or had some irresponsibility that we already talked about. So the good thing about Saturn when it comes in is it gets us more serious, and organized, and it kind of forces us, whether we like it or not, um, to be more proactive, but also just to get to shit done, right? So if there's, sorry, but yeah, I'm not sorry. I just curse sometimes, but um, you know, it's like, if there's emotions, like how do we process those and then make it into something useful, right? And so then again, over here you have your second honeybee. Where was your first one? Oh yes, it was over here. So both of your honeybees, um, this month, are both in the relationships and love section. So it is also, this one is right next to the hummingbird, which is right next to the mermaid. Okay, so it's like, you know, how can we be happy about our roles in our relationship and doing things that we're naturally good at, that we've wanted maybe for a long time with our relationships with the mermaid, okay? And I actually really like that, the hummingbird is flying above the cloud here. So the cloud can represent a little bit of confusion, but I feel like whatever it is small here, Aquarius, because the bird is flying above it, okay? And just based on all of your other things that we've already read on. I also see the yin yang symbol here, okay? So I really like to see that balance element coming in as well for you. Um, so, you know, again, like using the emotions to make it something that, can be useful, and not just getting stuck in the emotional side of it. And then, you know, figuring out your role within your relationships, and how, like, what you're naturally good at here with the hummingbird, but also other people, what are they naturally good at too? And like kind of playing on people's strengths and maybe not so much like weaknesses, if that was something, you know, that was was there a little bit before. So the hummingbird flies backwards, and I always say that the other birds, didn't understand it, and we're like, why is that dodo flying backwards? Well, that dodo is the fastest bird, and it gets the sweetest nectar. And so it's like, again, not caring what other people think when you're doing something that you're naturally good at. And when it comes to your own emotions and your heart chakra, nobody else is going to know how to fly your own heart chakra, other than you, right? So I don't know, just keep striving for that balance there, Aquarius. A lot of safety, remember, over time, and manifesting all this beautiful good luck. Now, as we go this way a little bit, we have your other human teeth bone here. We have your star. Just move it over so you can see it better. You've got your coffin here. You've got another animal claw, and then you have the symbol, masculine symbol. Okay, so because this is like a little bit off the mat, it could be that even in the past, in some way here, you or someone else, multiple general environment situation, was thinking about, well, how do I, follow my North Star in the way that I relate to others and myself? And how can I also, like, maybe tap into the advice and the respect from people that have passed on here with the coffin, your ancestors, spirit guides, guardian angels, etc. Okay, past loved ones. So there could be a masculine person that has passed away that you've been thinking a lot about, that is maybe, influencing you in some ways about, like, sorry, I'm gonna turn that down again, about how your relationships are going. But it doesn't necessarily have to be like that. It could just be, somebody that displays a lot of masculine energy. But yeah, it feels more like somebody from the other side that, that wants to help you with these things, okay? whether you met them or not, okay? Whether they're a human that's passed on, or an ancestor further back, or a spirit guide or angel, whatever it is. It's like a masculine type of energy. It feels very protective, whatever this is. And so I like that. Okay. But let's pull back this way a little bit here, and just kind of wait for the camera to focus a little bit. Pull all the way back out for a second here, Aquarius. So we've talked about your body and your mental health. We've talked about the relationships and love section. And then I wanted to kind of go over again what was in the center, and then kind of talk about your last two sections here. So remember, in the center circle, whatever's there affects all the other different areas. So you have your human teeth bone there that was touching the strawberry, which is then touching the symbol for Capricorn, and then the bicycle, and then we had the alligator claw with the rope symbol on top of it. Okay, so just again showing a lot of manifesting over time, lots of movement and hard working, slow moving earth energy, and going over the details, and not just your mental health and your body health and your relationships, but your work and your money and your spiritual. Okay, so if things aren't necessarily going as fast as you like them to, Aquarius, just keep in mind that over time there will be for someone here more safety with the safety pin. Okay, so just, yeah, keep that in mind. Okay, now as we go this way, I kind of wanted to show it on its side. Remember, that's where your second skull is here, Aquarius, and in the spiritual unconscious. And then you have the coyote claw here as well. Okay, so not a whole lot in this section, just means Spirit wants you to focus more on those other areas. So whatever you're doing in terms of your spiritual unconscious, I would say, keep doing that. Your head, though, your head, the other skull here, Aquarius, is also right on the line, though, between body and mental health. So not only will you be thinking a lot about spiritual unconscious, also thinking about body and mental health. And remember, there's all that good luck there, and flexibility, and a couple things we already talked about, so I won't say again. But just keep doing what you're doing in terms of, even if you don't like the word spiritual or unconscious, keep doing what you're doing in terms of your intuition, or how you feel about things, your gut reaction, your first reaction to things. Like, keep doing that, okay? And just don't give up. There's going to be movement, okay? Now, when we come to your last section here, Aquarius, for your work and your money, if you're no longer working, can also be something of value, or how you're feeling valued, something like this, right? Is another way to look at it. But here, I kind of tapped it by accident, but your turkey wishbone is right here in the center, and the way that the legs are going, it's going towards the work and money that's written on the mat. Okay, so whatever you want, or whatever someone else wants in terms of work and money or finances or being valued, I feel like it's yours or theirs for the taking. We also have the symbol for Sagittarius over here. Okay, so it could have something to do with the Sagittarius, or during Sagittarius season of this year, of last year, or even next year, or where you may have Sagittarius in your individual birth chart, or it just means like whatever your goals are, right? So you have that bow and arrow. So let's say the target, because it's kind of pointing to the money symbol. Let's say the money and the finances and work is the target. So it's like everything just feels like right on target. Again, like I said, whatever it is that you are wishing for, it is yours for the taking. So just keep focused, keep going. Also, that bow and arrow, not only is it facing towards the money symbol, if you look past, it's also facing towards the bicycle, the movement, right? It's facing towards the center, and putting in that effort, and over time being able to manifest things. So keep doing that. Now over here with the baby, kind of right on the line between spiritual unconscious and spiritual unconscious and work and money, is, and it's not actually on the line, but it's like very close, right? Is this is a symbol for, it could be inner child work or childlike energy. And there's one of my hairs, I'll just move that. It could also be like actual children in the 3D physical world. It could be your children or someone else's, right? But it's here, you know, it could be like, I don't feel that it's like spending necessarily more money on children. It doesn't feel like that. For me, it feels like here for you, Aquarius, that it is like in alignment with staying focused on whatever your goals are for in terms of your work and money and finances and being valued. But it's also like this kind of playful energy too, on the way to there, right? So you could, if the if you pulled back the arrow and you went straight to the bicycle, straight to the center, you could miss out a little bit on this kind of more um, jovial energy, this more inner childlike energy. But it is also like, well, what if we're talking about inner child, what you wanted when you were younger, or your baby self? What does your baby self want in terms of work and money or being valued, right? Or it could actually be physical children that are just bringing that jovial energy to help you with this target. But I don't see it necessarily as like, I mean, for a small few, it could be like you have to spend more money or something on some children. But it feels more like the metaphor here for bringing in that kind of childlike energy to kind of support all of this, okay? It doesn't feel like an obstacle, whatever this is, okay? Um, so yeah, let's pull all the way back out here, Aquarius. But yeah, that is kind of what I'm seeing for you in terms of October. Always feel free to, you know, let me know how this may come out, shape out for you, or if some of it's already happening. Feel free to, you know, leave a comment, or you can message me privately as well. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead now and kind of switch over to Pisces and see what's coming up for Pisces. And yeah, so thank you, Aquarius. We're going to switch to Pisces. So I'm going to just put the camera back up where it was before, and we'll clear the energy before we do some reshuffling of the bones and charms and all that stuff. So see how we can generally get, there we go, the camera where you can see at least part of the table here. All right, guys. So let me just clear this out here for a moment. Thank you for your patience and all that stuff. All that stuff. All the energy. Oops. All right. Oh. Things are falling. It's okay. It happens. All right. I wish you guys could see my dog Cleo. Hermes was here over here a moment ago, but he left. He's protecting the house from the invaders, which are like the neighbor's yard people and the mailman and all that stuff. So, all right. Anyway. Let's go ahead and cover this up for a few moments, put some crystals on it to let the energy kind of clear out too. And kind of rotate the mat a little bit. Okay, leave that there. And do some small incense. This time it actually worked. Sometimes it doesn't work. So this is like matchstick incense. It's like a little smaller one than what I was burning earlier. So you can clear energy with smoke, with sound, with intention is always the most important. All right, so kind of leave that there. We'll see if it keeps going. All right. And coffee is always good too. Okay. So let's go ahead and clear the energy with the sound bell here for Pisces for October. And if you're sensitive to sound, while I'm doing the sound bell, you can feel free to turn it down for a little bit, but it won't be forever. So thank you for your patience and understanding. All right, it's just to kind of take a couple of deep breaths. If you feel guided, it's for me to check back in with my guides and with spirit too, just to make sure I'm delivering the messages to my best ability for you guys. All right. So this is going to be for Pisces for October 2024. All right. Let's put this over here out of the way. And let's go ahead and shuffle our bones and charms. If it's a little loud, just again, bear with me. It won't be forever. All right. So spirits, guide my hands, please. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for water sign Pisces for October. Messages for Pisces for October. What do they need to see? What do they need to know? Messages for Pisces. Messages for Pisces. Spirit, guide my hands. Messages for Pisces. Messages for Pisces. Should we get everything out? Okay. A little bit of music. All right. Spirit, guide my hands, please. Spirit, guide my hands. Messages for Pisces. Water sign Pisces. Swingfish. Spirit, guide my hands. Messages for Pisces for October. What do they need to see? What does Pisces need to know? Spirit, guide my hands. Messages for Pisces. Messages for Pisces for October. Spirit, guide my hands. Messages for Pisces. Messages for Pisces for October. Spirit, guide my hands. Messages for Pisces for October. What does Pisces need to see? What does Pisces need to know? Spirit, guide my hands. Messages for Pisces. Water sign Pisces for October. What does water sign Pisces for October need to see? What does Pisces need to know? Spirit, guide my hands. Messages for Pisces for October. Messages for Pisces. Spirit, guide my hands. Messages for Pisces for October. Spirit, guide my hands. Messages for Pisces for October. Messages. All right. Let's see what we have. I'm just going to move a couple things up and over. So when we take the picture, some stuff kind of really went out there, but that's okay. Just move my pen out of the way. And then I'm just going to flip over some of the bones and charms that I can for the picture, and when I bring the camera down in a few moments for you to see everything, um, more up close in detail and all that stuff. Okay. So that looks good. Just want to make sure. Okay. Let's go ahead and take your picture here, Pisces, and get started. All right. Like I said, you have some stuff really interesting like went on the side there. Actually, let me take one more picture like that. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. Let's go for a ride. All right. Let's see. Pisces, what you got going on? Okay. So it looks like the majority for you this month, Pisces, your bones and charms has fallen into your spiritual unconscious. Okay, interesting. And then you got a fair amount also in work and money, a couple in body and mental health and relationships and love. But yeah, wow, a lot going on here in your spiritual subconscious area. Okay. You've got one skull all the way out here in the past in relationships and love. So that's where someone's mind could be at. And then your other one is there. I guess took a picture of it. It was so interesting. It fell on top of the crystal. So that's also in the past and it's in your spiritual unconscious. Okay. So we'll talk about that again in a little bit. But I want to pull all the way out for a moment here and figure out, which section Spirit wants us to start on. Okay. So I'm just going to hold the camera with one hand once it focuses and then kind of figure out with my other hand where they want us to start. So just bear with me 1 second, guys. Spirits, where would you like me to start this Pisces reading? Yeah, that was quick. So it's like right kind of underneath the lucky rabbit's foot. Okay. So that's what we'll do. I don't even know what's under there. All right. But yeah, like I said, a lot of stuff going on in the spiritual unconscious this month, or maybe even beyond October here for you, Pisces. And what is the spiritual unconscious? It can be your intuition, your gut reactions to things, what you think about when you're sleeping, when you're by yourself, when you're alone, okay? It's kind of all of those things. So lots of good luck in this area with the lucky rabbit's foot. I'm going to go ahead and lift it up and move it over. All right. And of course, we have here part of the alligator claw. So part of it is in body and mental, and then the other part is in the spiritual unconscious. And it's so interesting because part of its claw is kind of lining up here with the fork, Pisces. So this is a symbol for good luck, but also manifesting something. So there's a real like emphasis here on what are you or someone else, multiple people, general environment situation, what are you spiritually feeding yourself? Okay, with the fork. With the book right next to it, the book charm, and then the question mark on top of it, there's like a lot of knowledge here, okay? But some of the knowledge, the spiritual knowledge is being questioned, or it will be questioned, okay? There's something here about this knowledge that could be like it started in the past with, we follow all the way back that raccoon penis bone, right, going off of the black mat and then even over into my desk area with my crystal. But this is like that masculine energy. Okay, it could be very emotional masculine energy from the past in some way here. But maybe Saturn, okay, that's where we may have Saturn in our chart, may be some clues for some people too. But Saturn is getting us responsible, getting us organized, getting things done. So spiritually, unconsciously in the past, maybe there was some type of letter message document here with the envelope charm that either you gave to someone or someone gave to you, that was like on heavy on someone's mind here again, with the way that the skull came out. And it's so funny because it didn't like land on its side. It literally was like sitting there perfectly, once I opened my eyes and stuff. Okay, so whatever that energy is from the past there, Pisces, it could be that a lot of it needed to be cut away to bring in more good luck here. So a certain aspect of this, maybe, right? It's going to be different for everyone since it is a general reading. But something here needed to be cut away with the scissors, and then with it being right next to the horseshoe and the ladybug, all this beautiful good luck. And then Pegasus, the winged horse, freedom on the other side. So Saturn, again, right next to that first raccoon penis bone, is also touching the puzzle pieces, like a pieces of the puzzle coming together, being more serious about something spiritual messages, right? But it almost looks like it wants to come in and then get that Pegasus, the winged horse, and get that good luck horseshoe with the ladybug as well. Okay. Also with the money bags here kind of being right on the line, there is like spiritual abundance that can be manifested if someone or the energy continues to ask those questions, like what am I spiritually eating, digesting, okay, and questioning some type of knowledge here. With those questions too, there's all those emotions perhaps again showing up here with the cup right next to the bicycle and then the spider web. So there could be something in the unconscious spiritual environment that feels very emotional. There could be a lot of movement happening there. There could be like astral dream travel or traveling in your dreams perhaps. Then we have the symbol, masculine symbol there as well. So it could be some masculine energy. It is a big part of that. Okay. But I do see again the clearing element with the leaf up here. So clearing the spiritual unconscious environment, right? And so depending on who you are and how you like to do that, there's different ways to do that. But just look into those things, okay, if you haven't already. There is also over here that more clearing that is done in the spiritual environment. This can bring more balance with the yin and yang here. So I definitely like to see that. Now, if we go this way too, here, Pisces, with that astral travel or traveling in our dreams or our sleep here with the ship charm, which is kind of upside down, the apple's laying on top of it, and then you have the strawberries. It's like there could be a teacher or mentor or guide, spiritual teacher, mentor, or guide, that wants to help you with that spiritual travel or wants to go over the details about what it means to be closer to water or being by water and what that can do again for your spiritual environment, since water is a conduit. I also see here, Pisces, that in the past perhaps there was some type of seeds that were planted with the corn here and the animal claw, that maybe now in the future, current present energies, you're going to see more of these new ideas come in. These new ideas could have something to do with your spiritual confidence, or again working with someone who is a teacher, a mentor, a guide, or your own leadership qualities, as a spiritual teacher, mentor to guide to others. Okay, so it could be one of those things or all of those things. Oops. But that's definitely showing up there. Now, I also see here with Cupid kind of pointing towards, it looks like it's pointing towards the yin and yang. Okay, so this is a symbol for people that love you and people that you love, right? Romantic, platonic friends and family and self love. Maybe really wanting to for you to have kind of this spiritual unconscious balance. Okay, so that's, nice to know that people want that for you, right? And you want that for others as well. um, Now, as we go further back, I want to kind of go this way a little bit and then come back to the center there. Just seeing where the dotted line is that separates all the different sections, and then seeing what's in the past there. So we have one of the coyote penis bones here. We have the frog, we have the safety pin, we have the mountain charms, we have the feminine symbol charm. So here, Pisces, like, there could have been some type of leap of faith um, that happened in the past, um, that had a lot of safety around it. Like, it felt like a smart choice, or it felt like a smart leap of faith to do, right? And it could be that it was brought on by some type of spiritual or unconscious challenges in the past with the mountain charm there. There was maybe some feminine energy too that was trying to help support this. You also have your angel coin here that's half on the mat, half not. So it could be that your spiritual team, the higher vibrational side of your spiritual team, maybe was also trying to help support this leap of faith in the past. Now, here with the baby kind of with its head going down on top of my symbol for Capricorn, um, this can talk about, like, maybe in the past there was more, like, sleeping, more sleep time, more deeper rest, okay, with the baby going down. Or maybe there was, when we're talking about like spiritual unconscious and rest, it makes sense, right? Again, sometimes we always receive messages in our dreams if we remember and kind of meditate on them, right? So here it's like maybe in the past there was more of an effort being done with getting some type of spiritual unconscious rest. Um, Maybe it was even too much, like, physical sleeping in the past. Like, sometimes if you have a lot of spiritual downloads while you're resting, you could wake up and not even feel rested, right? So it could just be in the past. Also, there's maybe something to do either with the Capricorn or during Capricorn season, or where you may have Capricorn in your chart, or it doesn't mean any of those kind of zodiac things, and it's just more of that resiliency, earth energy of putting in an effort into something. It could also be talking about inner child work here, in the past as well. But whatever it is, right, that baby with its head down on top of Capricorn is so close to the lizard, right? So there's all this beautiful healing on the other side of it that maybe started a little bit in the past, and now it's definitely in the future, current, present energies here, Pisces. Now, that lizard is also touching the ship charm, which is touching the listening bells. So certain lizards, you cut off their tail and it regrows, so it's rebirth, it's healing, right? And then with the ship charm, you drop your anchor when you need to stop when you're on a ship, and you lift it when you need to go. So it's like safety and freedom. And maybe something that you're hearing this month, Pisces, or something that someone else is hearing, or the general environment situation is hearing, okay, with those listening bells. But whatever it is, it's like maybe bringing some answers and some healing around that freedom and that safety, like spiritual and unconscious wise, okay? Now, if we go this way a little bit here, Pisces, we do have the irresponsibility coin, and underneath it, we've got the water charm, okay, which was also on the line. We've got the broom, and then we've got the bat, okay? So if there is a little bit of some spiritual unconscious irresponsibility, whether it's on your side or someone else's, multiple people, general environment situation. Your spiritual team definitely wants that to be cleared away, and it's like it's it's because of this over emotional communication or vibrations. Okay, we can see with the bat there and the water charm. So bats communicate through sound and that kind of thing because they can't see. So it's like that symbol for communications, like in the vibrations or subtle communication. So if there's too much emotional communications or vibrations, spiritually and consciously, that can like show up almost like irresponsible to you or to someone else, multiple general environment situations. So spirit wants you to clear that or wants someone else to clear it, okay? um, because it also has something to do with like your individual power or your community power, both of those things, or someone else's individual power, community power. Here with the honeybee, okay? You've got both honeybees in this section and they're very close to each other, which doesn't always happen, all right? So it could be saying here, Pisces, that you can't when it comes, well, I don't know how to say it. Let's make sure there's nothing underneath here first before I skip ahead. Okay, so we got the feather and the coffin. Okay, this no coin sitting on top of the feather and the coffin, and then the honeybees being on the outside of it. There's again your spiritual team wanting you to clear something. They don't want you to do something here, or they don't want someone else to do something here, Pisces. There's a big no here, okay? And the no doesn't always have to be a bad thing. It can be no for right now. It can be you have to say no to someone else, or someone else has to say no to you. But it's like because there still needs to be a lot of clearing going on for somebody here. And also with the coffin there, your spiritual team, ancestors, guardian angels, passed on loved ones, they want you to have happiness, and they know you've been like wanting this for a long time because the coffin is also sitting on top of the mermaid. But there needs to be like somebody's spiritual unconscious goals and dreams, also with the dragonfly there, and then the sun and the symbol for Sagittarius. The goals aren't aligned right. The spiritual unconscious goals are not aligned right here for somebody, or the energy. Um, it's like if this is not about you, Pisces, dealing with a Sagittarius or during Sagittarius season, or where you have Sagittarius in your chart, it's what are your spiritual unconscious goals? And it's pointing, the bow and arrow is right on the line, and it's pointing to work and money, and it's pointing to your star, your North Star here in work or money. So they could be saying no to something spiritually unconsciously that you want for a long time, that you think is, you know, going to make you happy. And maybe it really is, but right now there could be like, no for now, because you need to focus on work and money, or redefine the spiritual unconscious, like targets, goals. I don't know. Okay, that's just a little bit something that I'm getting there. But if we go this way here too, Pisces, with the hummingbird on top of the lock, it's like, yeah, the more that you or someone else or the environment taps into what you're naturally good at, okay, this is going to help clear any stagnant energy that you may be feeling spiritually and unconsciously. So keep doing what you're naturally good at, right? And maybe focus more here too, if we go this way, on what makes you passionate and creative and fired up, because that's going to support your spiritual transformation here with the butterfly. And then with that butterfly being on top of the elephant, and then the chair being on top of the elephant, it's like there's all this fiery energy here, Pisces, about this spiritual and conscious transformation that has something rooted in old memories of either a home or something in the home here with the chair. But it could also be like, well, where do you spiritually unconsciously feel at home? It could be something to do with past lives, or even just your current life, but a long, long time ago, right? It's something about getting back to that here, Pisces. So, a lot going on, right, in this section for this month. And it kind of makes sense too, depending on where you are in the world, right? But here in the US, we're going to be moving into, um, you know, the veil is the thinnest this month of October. Okay, so a lot of people are going to be having more intense dreams, spiritually, unconsciously, during turning inward within, going within during the winter time coming up here. So that could be that all this is here as well, Pisces. And with you, Pisces, or depending on where you have Pisces in your chart, um, you being a water sign and already like, the god of the underworld, Neptune, right? It just kind of makes sense. But don't forget too that like your your green lucky rabbit's foot was there too. So even if it feels like there's a lot going on here, good and bad, remember there's also the beautiful good luck and the manifestation. So there's good and not so great, but just focus on the good stuff too. Okay, all right. So now I kind of want to go ahead and move into work and money because we talked a little bit about some stuff there already. So I'm going to go ahead and move this back over just because it's so big. It's a little distracting sometimes. But yeah, we talked about here about your spiritual team, maybe wanting you to focus more on your work and money, your finances, or being valued with that Sagittarius bow and arrow pointing exactly to the star that's in the work and money section. Okay. There could be a little bit of, how do you say, like past energy where maybe the universe wanted you to take some type of leap of faith, in terms of something to do with work or money or the finances, but maybe you were still listening and you weren't quite sure, or someone else wasn't quite sure, or the energy just wasn't right, maybe in the past here with the human teeth bone over here, and the listening seashell there, the coyote penis, the frog, right? Um, so over time, though, if we get back into the current energies on the mat, and the future energies, um, if you go slow with something here, Pisces, right? We got the turtle. I'm about to say frog, but that's a turtle. We got the turtle next to your symbol here, the twin fish, Pisces, and then the skeleton hand. So it could be saying like go slow, either with also Pisces, another Pisces, um, or during Pisces season coming up, or it could be just in general, go with the flow, go slow here with something your spiritual team wants you to go slow, okay? Because there is possibly here, Pisces, um, a hearing, a rebalancing, okay? Um, we have the symbol for Libra here. It's upside down, the balance scales, right on the money symbol, okay? So it could be a rebalancing with something to do with work or with the money, the finances. It also has something possibly to do with um, having more of an equal give and take with friends and with family here, with the witch charm and the seahorse, okay? Maybe balancing the friends and the family with the work and the money, and how the more you balance these things, you can have more prosperity here with the fish as well. So the need to go slow too that we talked about could also be because there is something perhaps that you're not seeing here all the way, with the cat's eye being right on the line here also in work and money. But once you or someone else or the energy shifts out of that, out of that confusion with the cloud here, out of that not being able to see something clearly, there is some type of freedom on the other side with the freedom handcuffs here as well. So that's really cool. Um, Now, if we go, pull all the way out here and see the rest of um, what this next section is, okay, now we're here in relationships and love, Pisces. So it's all relationships, platonic with friends and family, romantic, and self love, right? Um, Again, not seeing something clearly, there's some confusion, right? But on the other side of that, there is more freedom, okay? There's also a lot of masculine energy um, here showing up with this raccoon penis bone that was right on the line. It was a little bit in work and money, but majority of it is in here in the relationships and love. You can see, remember we said too earlier that in the past, someone or multiple people, general environment situation, their mind was a lot on relationships and love in the past. Okay, but there could also be something going on here with support, okay, because we have the snake vertebrae here. So it could be that the more like proactive someone is in terms of what they want in their relationships with their self and others, that this could bring eventually more support, because it's like the raccoon penis bone wants to come and scoop up and get closer to that snake vertebrae. I also see here, Pisces, you or someone else is like wishing a lot for multi-people general environment situation, a lot for something in their relationships, okay? Because you have one of the human teeth bones here inside the turkey wishbone, and it's right on the relationships word on the mat, okay? So I think that you or someone else could also be very close to getting some answers here, um, because we have the coyote claw right on the heart on the mat, and then right outside of it is the key. So that's the answers, right? So just keep working through here, Pisces. Any of the confusion, there's freedom on the other side. Keep striving to find the support and manifesting some type of answers here. If you think about coyotes too, though, they are pack animals, okay? So maybe have your pack, again, your support system back here with the snake vertebrae, your friends, family, lover, mental health care worker, etc. Whatever all of your support systems may be to kind of help you find some answers here for you, okay? So really cool. Let's go over here now, Pisces, in your last section here. So now we're going to go into your body and mental health, okay? So not a whole lot going on here, but doesn't mean there's not still things happening. It just could be that, again, Spirit is putting more of an emphasis on these other areas during this month or this time. But yeah, we've got some of the alligator claw coming in here, definitely in your body and mental health. Somebody could be thinking a lot about their health already, or someone else's, okay, with one of the other human teeth bones here. There could also be that, like, there needs to be a little bit of some flexibility here with somebody's body and mental health here with the dog ankle bone. But there's also a lot of abundance that we talked about before too, a little bit, with the money bags being right on the line here. So abundance in body and mental health would be whatever it is you want for better health or someone else, okay? So that's beautiful. Also abundance, right? You main thing here too, the biggest thing in this section besides the alligator claw is you've got your buckeye there, okay? So this is like double abundance, okay, and good luck. So that's beautiful. Now, right on the corner there, we have a little bit of feminine energy with the conch seashell. And then right next to that, we also have the nutmeg. So abundance in the past as well. And it could be that the more this feminine energy keeps you or someone else keeps utilizing this soft receiving feminine energy, like the better someone's health is going to be or will be. Okay. So whatever you or someone else is already doing here, it's like spirit's like, okay, keep doing that, add a little bit of flexibility, but keep doing that for the most part. Okay. Because again, the other areas probably need a little bit more attention than this one this time. So um, but yeah, that is pretty much what I am seeing here for you, Pisces, for October. I hope some of that, made sense here for you. Um, and always feel free to say hi or let me know in the comments or privately um, how this may come together for you if you feel guided, but you don't have to. Um, and yes, I'm going to go ahead and put the camera back up here for a little bit and um, kind of close out and then come back, and we'll be doing Aries and Taurus in just a little bit. Um, but yes, I wanted to say thank you guys as always for your energy and for your support and for your likes and shares, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube or eventually Instagram and TikTok and all the things. All right. So I will be taking a break here, and I'll be posting the timestamps right after this, and the pictures that I took too. If you feel guided, all you have to do is look it up on Facebook on Malessea's Magic Light, and you'll find it there. But yeah, you guys take care, and I will see you back in a little bit with the Aries and Taurus readings. All right, bye.